was smiling, saying he's a chip off of the old block.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
With spring, thoughts of going fishing and cooking out come to mind. Perkins Hayes Hardware in Lincoln Plaza carries a complete selection of hunting and fishing supplies. And for that cookout, they feature a huge selection of barbecue grills, coolers, and of course all kinds of home appliances. Find it all at Perkins Hayes Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven, the home of the helpful hardware folks.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau, General Sales Manager at Sullivan Ford Lincoln. First off, we want to say thanks to all of our customers for a historic month here at Sullivan. With all of our sales this past month, we have tons of great trades that are ready for their new homes. It doesn't matter if you're looking for your first car, a great vacation vehicle for the whole family, or a good old farm truck, we've got options for you. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SylvanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
Senior, number 4, Kate Brown, second baseman.
Cougars, one of 4 seniors recognized for 3 games tonight here on senior night at Williams-Gillis Ballpark.
Cotton, number 27, on the mound.
Brown, Keegan Smith, and Tyler Anderson, your 4 seniors for the Cougars. Cotton looks into Westbrook, takes his signal, pitch on the way. Hard hit ball down the right field line. Let's see if it stays fair. Just foul.
Brown
really had to wait all the way
down the right field line. Lands foul by perhaps.
That one's over in the right field corner. He's been fouled by much. You know, it's plate umpire. We don't have a great view looking down that line, but he waited to the last second. Cade already got the second base on that one. So easy triple had it been, in fact, in total territory. Nonetheless, we'll do it again. 0-1 count to Brown. It's on the way from Cotton. Break.
It's called strike 2.
Strike 2.
0-2.
Good breaking pitch there from Tanner Cotton.
Choke up a little bit.
0-2 count. Brown is going to choke up, get up on the plate. Fastball, outside part of the plate. Call
Check swinging around.
Good job there,
3 pitches.
Cotton for the same
strikeout.
First batter
One
strike
down. Base is empty.
Wake up number 14, the senior shortstop, Dawson Flowers, as I mentioned.
Batting second, the shortstop, senior number 14, Dawson Flowers.
Last night over at Sylva Bay. Pitch from Cotton on the way, hard hit ball down.
Wait on
it.
Shot hard and foul. Testing Coach Robbins' reflexes in the third base box.
They sit on it.
0-1 to Flowers. One out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Beautiful night for baseball. Flag is silent out in center field. Pitch on the outside corner. Flowers excited to stay off of it. 1-1
Count 1-1. Did not go around the check swing. 1-1.
Hey, short stroke still coming in to Williams Gillis. That's the last regular season action from the Cougars. Which
Ball 2-1.
2-1. Coach, the right field roof starting to fill up out there with the student section.
Yeah, that's all right. They got a very important part in the big game.
Absolutely. Getting playoff ready.
A call, strike 2, 2-2.
Breaking pitch in for the strike on Flowers. Throws him on that one. So 2-2 to Flowers. One out here in the bottom half of the first inning. No score thus far. Cotton looks into Westbrook, shakes him off. Got a signal, pitch on the way to Flowers. Has to reach across the plate for that one. Out to the second baseman, Ty Blackwell.
Grounder off the end of the bat. Fielded by Duval.
First.
At second.
Pulled out 4-3 for the
Goes to Campbell Graves at first. Out number 2.
Going to bring up the first baseman tonight, number 16.
Batting third for the Cougars, the third base. The first baseman this evening, usually at third base or short. Number 16 is Brady Spring.
Back in head mode, trying to pick what position Spring is playing tonight. He plays them all. Over first base tonight for the Cougars. Spring bats from the left side. Swing straight up over the screen.
Foul
1.
off the fist high and straight back and 0-1.
Outfield has really shifted to right field on the left-handed batting Spring. Cotton looks in, pitch on the way. Spring takes out.
Spring, hit by the pitch, will take first base.
Numbers going to first base.
Come on, Cash.
Hope it didn't get
Starting pitchers facing each other, Caston Thompson, number 28, is batting cleanup this evening for the Cougars.
Bring up number 28, the pitcher, Caston Thompson. He also bats from the left side with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. No score thus far. Cotton looks in, pitch on the way.
Call strike 0-1.
Call strike 1.
Spring at first base, 2
He
outs.
is. Got Brown on the breaking pitch. Flowers had to chase a breaker. Punched it over to the second baseman.
Go to first. Spring, seasonally appropriate
Campbell
with
at
his
first.
name.
Keeping Spring honest.
0-1.
Back in time. 0-1 count to Thompson. Don't look for Spring to be moving right here, but you never know. Pitch on the way. That's going to be out of the zone. 1-1 count to Thompson.
1-1.
Coach Parvin, I'm sure, trying to guard against a letdown after clinching the district title last night. Swing and miss from Thompson. Got away from Jeffrey Westfield.
Swinging strike 2. Down Spring, opportunistically takes second.
1-2 count to Thompson. 2 outs here. Bottom half of the first inning.
So the count's 1-2
second.
to Caston Thompson.
After being hit by
Runner
the
at second,
pitch.
2 outs.
Caston Thompson at the plate, trying to make something happen here for the Cougars. Swing miss by Thompson.
Swing strike 3, the pitch in the dirt. It's a throw from Westbrook to Graves for out number 3.
Tanner Cotton, so 4 up, 3 down, just as the Cougars did.
1-4
Their half
complete.
of the-
No score
the
between the
defensive
Cougars and the
inning.
Saints.
Well, the Cougars
All
were
zeros
getting
at the
no
scoreboard
same
thus
errors,
far.
but there was one Cougar left on base at the end of one complete inning of play. Sylva Bay nothing, the Cougars nothing as well. Let's throw it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball on B92.
For the Saints.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark. I think we got our technical difficulties ironed out. May have had a short in a cable or something, but hopefully we're coming across loud and clear. No score in the first inning for the Saints or the Cougars, so we're here in the top half of the second inning. Thompson delivers first pitch to his counterpart, Tanner Cotton, handling the pitching duties tonight. First pitch, strike one. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Breaking pitch from Thompson, strike two on Cotton. Oh, 2 count here in the top half of the second inning. Pitch out of the zone from Thompson. From run to 1-2. No outs here in the top half of the second inning. Pitch on the way from Thompson. That's going to stay up out of the zone, even it up at 2-2. First inning, Thompson faced 4 batters, as did Cotton, faced 4 Cougar batters in the bottom half of the first inning. Thompson looks in and delivers. Check swing. We're going to check him down at first base. Umpire say nothing doing. It's going to run the count to 3-2 on the pitcher, Cotton. Thompson with 2 strikeouts in the first inning for the Cougars. Pitch on the way, call strike 3. Another 3-2 count, Coach. Thompson stood tall and got the strikeout. Both of those looking.
Doing a good job battling. Looks like he's just trying to find that rhythm. I think once he gets settled in, we'll see all 3 pitches for strike.
One down here in the top half of the second inning. Brings up the second baseman, Ty Duvall. Pitch out of the zone, ball 1. Duvall wears number 3. Sylva Bay with blue and white. They're wearing the blue jerseys tonight. Cougars decked out and they're all white. Blue pinstripes or blue piping. Ball up around the chin of Duvall. Got away from Thompson right there. 2 balls, no strikes.
Looks like with his breaking ball, he's trying to decide how hard he wants to throw it.
Yeah, you may have to take a little bit off that and spot him up on that breaking pitch. Two-0 count to Duvall. Thompson looks in. Pitch on the way, strike 1. Duvall looking at that one. Hard to stay in the box on that one after the previous pitch. Came in a little bit high and tight. 2-1 count, 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss from Duvall.
2-2.
Griffin shifted a little bit toward right field. He's our left fielder. Brownlee about 3 steps to the right of the flagpole in center. Infield still pretty straight away to Duvall. 2-2 count. As Thompson looks in. Breaking pitch, strike 3.
Strike 3.
Took a lot off of that one compared to that one that was high and tight. Got the break in the location he was looking for there.
Added 7th in order this evening for the Saints.
Yeah, try to do too much, and you help me here. Try to just come with too much with that breaking pitch. It has a tendency to get away from you. It's a touch pitch.
Absolutely.
Speed is your friend, or lack of speed, for that matter, can be your friend from the pitcher's mound. Denver Westbrook steps in, the catcher for Sylva Bay. Swing on the first pitch, strike 1. 0-1 count, 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Caston Thompson doing work for the Cougars. Pitch on the way, up and out of the zone. Good job there by Ogden. No threats on the base, but Ogden doing a good job of reaching high and getting that one. 1-1 count to Westbrook, the catcher. He wears number 2 for the Saints. Another good swing from Westbrook. Couldn't catch up with it. 1-2 count. Let's see what Thompson does right here.
I'd stick with the fastball.
Been coming with the heater, but he's had some Made some money this inning with the breaking pitch. Let's see if he goes back to it. Looks in, delivers. Breaking pitch. Got away from Ogden. Throws down to first. In time. 1-2-3 inning for Thompson. 3 strikeouts here in the top half of the second inning. For the Saints, no runs, no hits, no Cougar errors, and there were no runners left on base. At the end of 1.5, Sylva Bay nothing. Cougars coming to bat. Let's take 1 minute down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92. And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the beautiful campus of Brookhaven Academy. Cougars going into the bottom half of the second inning. 0-0 ball game here at Williams-Gillis. A 3-up, 3-down, 3 strikeout inning for Caston Thompson. That is his 5th strikeout of the afternoon through 2 innings of work. So Thompson, the freshman, doing a great job for the Cougars. His counterpart, Tanner Cotton, with 2 strikeouts in the first inning for the Saints. Due up for the Cougars, the catcher, Nick Ogden. He wears number 15. Tanner Watts, the designated hitter, wears number 18. And number 12, the left fielder, Judson Griffin. Final warm-up tosses for Cotton and the Saints as we move into the bottom half of the second inning. Tell you what, Coach, Westbrook's really struggling behind the plate. He's missed 3 chest-high balls in warm-ups, and I don't know if he has problems with his mitt or what, but check, that's your warm-up catcher.
Yeah, that's the warm-up.
Got your JV catcher out there.
Yeah,
so now we got our full-time catcher, so we'll apologize to Westbrook. It was not him. Had a substitute out there working with Cotton on the mound, so Westbrook would take the final tosses and throw it down to second as we get set for the bottom half of the second inning. As we mentioned, the Cougars wrapped up District 3 last night, and they'll play their first round in the playoffs next week, and they'll pick up the number 2 team out of District 5. And that's the district over in Louisiana that includes Glenbrook School, Prairie View Academy, River Oaks Academy, and Franklin Academy. We don't know what that lineup will be, but the 1 and 2 teams and the Cougars would catch number 2 out of District 5. Their first game will be on the road, then they'll come back with games 2 and 3 if necessary. First pitch to Ogden, fouled off his foot for strike 1.
I'm hearing it's most likely going to be River Oaks.
Yeah, I'd heard the same.
That's a tough road trip, man.
Yeah, that's all the way to Monroe, Louisiana.
3 hours plus. That's tough.
It's one of those, you got to do it, though. Got to get over there and take care of business in game 1. Pitch on the way from Cotton, skied out to left field by Ogden. Ogden churning. Shortstop back. He's called off by the left fielder, Austin Thornton. Sliding catch out there from Austin Thornton.
Number 32, Austin.
Thought wide poke. The shortstop was going to settle under it, but left fielder Thornton called him off, and I guess that's the way you coach it. That outfielder's coming in, the shortstop's going back, and the outfielder has priority over that one.
He's got it. Didn't look like he was going to get there, but got up there just in time to call the shortstop off.
So we'll score that one. Fly ball out to the left fielder for 1 out for the Cougars. Brings up the designated hitter, Tanner Watts. Watts getting a little rest tonight. Got to get him primed up and rested for next week. He'll carry some of the pitching duties going into the playoffs. key part of the Cougar pitching battery from last year. Second pitch to Watts, out of the zone, 2-0 to Watts. 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, no score here at Williams-Gillis. Pitch on the way from Cotton, that's out of the zone as well, 3-0. 3 fastballs from Cotton, haven't found the zone yet, to Watts. Pitch on the way, that's going to be called strike 1. Watts taking all the way right there.
Not by his choice.
You know, when you and I played the game, you never swung on 3-0, so these kids need to get used to that.
That's right.
You just didn't do it. 3-1 pitch to Watts. That's going to work outside. He'll draw the walk. So a base runner on first for the Cougars is going to bring up the left fielder, 8th grader Judson Griffin. Handles starting duties all year for the Cougars. He's done a good job for Coach Parvin.
Third baseman's coming up, taking a bunt from us. Let's see what Coach called in anyway.
Cotton looks in, checks over at first. Wants to keep Watts on his ball down in the dirt. Good job back there by Westbrook, blocking that one up. Keeping it off the screen behind him and holding Watts at first. 1-0 count to Griffin. The Cougar left fielder wears number 12. Cotton looks in, couldn't find his signal. Griffin's going to step out of the box and reset it. Cotton with a lot of concern over there with Watts at first base. Steps in, pitch on the way. Ball, call strike 1. 1-1 to Griffin. 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. No score for either squad. Joined by basketball coach Josh Watts, standing in behind us, enjoying the baseball here tonight at Williams-Gillis. Good to see Coach Watts. Ball up out of the zone. Watts is on the move. Slide down to second base. They got him.
Still attempt to throw in time.
Watts went into second standing up. That ball was a little bit up out of the zone, right where Westbrook needed it to get a quick throw off, and he did to the shortstop. Wide poke. Got the tag down. Got Watts still in at second base. So 2 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. We scored that 2-6. Ball just a little bit out of the zone. We'll go 3-0 to Griffin. Check that, 3-1 to Griffin.
So base attempt.
The left fielder for the Cougars. Pitch on the way from Cotton. Right down the middle, strike 2. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Payoff pitch right here coming from Cotton. Cotton looks in, gets a signal from Westbrook. Winds and delivers. Ball nubbed over to the first baseman in foul territory. Braves Campbell settles up under it, makes the play. Fly ball to the third baseman for the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Tanner Cotton and the Sylva Bay Saints. For the Cougars, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners were left on base. So at the end of 2 complete innings of play here at Williams-Gillis, Saints nothing, Cougars nothing. Let's throw it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92. And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark, the campus of Brookhaven Academy, moving to the top half of the third inning for the Saints of Sylva Bay. Eli Blackwell, the number 8 hole hitter, Austin Thornton, then back to the top of the order with Cade Blackwell. And, Coach, as you move to the playoffs, and we mentioned the Cougars will go in the top seed out of District 3, does your strategy change, or is it just the intensity of the ball game that changes? And from a coach's perspective, are you doing anything different during practices? Or I remember last week you said you really don't want to have to throw something in new once the playoffs roll around.
Well, you will. I mean, you will if you have to. But, you want the kids to feel in the rhythm. You want to keep their confidence. You want to some days take it easy if that's what it calls for. But, other days you need to get after it. You need to get after it. And it really just depends on the makeup of your team. You got to know what they want, what they react to, what they feed off of. And but you don't want any pressure put on them during the playoffs. Just
go out and play the game.
That's right. They know they're good enough. They got here. Let's take it 1 week at a time.
2-0 count to the leadoff batter, Blackwell. 2 quick strikes from Thompson. Breaking pitch going to be grounded out to the second baseman. Cade Brown down on it. Throw across to Brady Spring in time. 4-3. Brown to Spring over at first to get Blackwell by a step. 1 out here in the first inning. And if I recall back in the day, I remember it may have been right in the middle of the playoffs, you made the comment, we just came to practice and we probably hit 2,000 baseballs that day. So we hit every baseball we could find and did nothing but hit. Played home run derby. The kids had a good time, just pounded baseballs. And, I guess sometimes you got to do that and say, now, translate that out to tomorrow night or the next ball game.
And that team in particular, that's what they responded to.
Yeah.
It didn't really do us any good to go out and yell and scream and, make them feel like we had to reinvent the game in 1 week. Let them have a good time, let them relax and feel their hands and show up for game and take care of business.
Absolutely. 1-1 count to the left fielder, Austin Thornton. He bats in the number 9 hole and wears number 32 for the Saints. Thompson looks in, pitch on the way. Ball's going to work out of the zone just a little bit. 2-1. 1 out here in the top half of the third inning. No score on the board, no hits on the board for either ball club. 2-1 count to Thornton. Foul ball off the mask of Nick Ogden. Umpire's going to walk out to the pitcher's mound, give Ogden a chance to shake out the cobwebs. That's the old courtesy walk by the umpire. I'm sure Ogden will return the favor. Should it present itself? Ogden says he's ready to go. 2-2 count to the left fielder for the Saints, Austin Thornton. Thompson will want to go get him right here. Got a signal from Ogden, looks in. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Strikeout number 7.
Good job there from Caston Thompson. We're going to move back to the top of the order. Cade Blackwell, the third baseman, struck out his first time up, facing Thompson.
Cade Blackwell, now with his second plate appearance. Top of the order.
6th strikeout of the inning for the game from Thompson. First pitch on the way, called strike 1. That's the first one kind of worked down in the zone, got the strike call. But if you can stay in that area, Coach.
Ground balls all day.
Ground balls all day. Hard ones to hit. Thompson looks in at the 0-1 count. Breaking pitch, check swing. We're going to check it down there at first base.
Check swing did not for round 1-1.
Third time we've asked. We still haven't got a check swing call. I think they've got them all 3 times. Got them all right.
I don't know.
Sounds like a coach. 1-1 pitch on the way in the dirt. 2-1. 2-1 to Blackwell.
To the Saints, third baseman.
I just like to see him appeal, Beck. You got that guy back there that won't appeal. You're never going to get that call.
That's right.
At least he'll give us a chance. So that's all you can ask for.
2-1 count. 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning. Thompson delivers. High hit ball out into right field. Right fielder for the Cougars, Keegan Smith, settles up under it, makes the play in right field. Another 1-2-3 inning for Caston Thompson and the Cougars. For the Saints, no runs, no hits, no Cougar errors, and no runners were left on base. After end of 2.5, no score here in Williams-Gillis Ballpark. Let's send it back to the studio for our sponsors. Let's go 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau, General Sales Manager at Sullivan Ford Lincoln. First off, we want to say thanks to all of our customers for a historic month here at Sullivan. With all of our sales this past month, we have tons of great trades that are ready for their new homes. It doesn't matter if you're looking for your first car, a great vacation vehicle for the whole family, or a good old farm truck, we've got options for you. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SylvanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
And we're back here on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. Beck Warren alongside the old ball coach, Casey Edwards, a 2010 state championship coach for these very same Brookhaven Academy Cougars. And, Coach, this is when it all starts. As you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this is the final district game. The Cougars have wrapped up district play. And we'll come out number one in our district, but as playoff starts, everybody's 0-0.
That's right.
Record starts over.
New season.
Keegan Smith, the right fielder, steps in for the Cougars. Pitch on the way from Tanner Cotton, out of the zone, ball one. He'll be followed by the 9-hole hitter, the third baseman, Colin Waldron, and then back to the top with Cade Brown.
Keegan, another guy that just proves to you, if you take a couple years off, doesn't mean you can't ever play again.
That's right.
Good to see him back out.
Hard hit ball by Smith, snagged out there by the second baseman, Wyatt Polk. Polk took one step to his right. Backhanded grab right there, but a hard hit ball. Hardest hit ball of the night on either side of the ledger from Keegan Smith. Put good wood on that one. Line drive to the shortstop and one out. Here in the bottom half of the third inning. Colin Waldrop a step in, wearing number 5 for the Cougars. He's our third baseman. Pitch on the way from Cotton. Nubbed out front. I believe that one's going to stay foul, and it is. Chased down by Westbrook from behind the plate. Good hustle there from the Saints catcher just to make sure that one stayed in foul territory. So we'll back it up and do it again. 0-1 count to Waldrop. As I mentioned, nice crowd on hand tonight. Senior night for the Cougars. Defense straight away on Waldrop. Cotton looks into Westbrook. Pitch on the way. Another foul and pounded that one in the dirt. 0-2 count to Waldrop, so he'll have to get up on the top of the plate here. Bottom half of the third inning, no score on either side. Tanner Cotton has gone all the way for the Saints. Caston Thompson for the Cougars. Pitch on the way to Waldrop in the dirt. Ball one, 1-2 count. Waldrop to the sophomore third baseman. Tanner Cotton gets his signal from the catcher Westbrook. Lines and delivers. Breaking pitch. Just out of the zone. Westbrook and a lot of those in attendance thought he had strike 3. Nonetheless, 2-2 count to Waldrop. Pitch swing and a miss, strike 3. Snagged out of the dirt by Westbrook. So score that one, a strikeout for Cotton. 2 down for the inning. And the inning for the Cougars.
Strikeout number 3.
So bringing the plate, the second baseman, Cade Brown.
Cade Brown makes his second plate appearance.
Brown struck out his first time up. One of the seniors recognized in pregame festivities. Hard hit ball from Brown. That's going to get down in the gap. Cut off by the center fielder, Anderson.
Gabe Brown on the first pitch on line.
Solid hit ball from Brown. So the Keegan Smith line drive to start this inning to the shortstop, and then that hard hit ball from Brown may be a telling factor, coaches. And Mike starts seeing Cotton a little better as we move into the third inning.
Second time through, we ought to be keyed in on that breaking ball.
First hit of the ball game. Wouldn't be surprised if Brown was moving on this one. Dawson Flowers, sharp ball out to the shortstop, off his glove, out into left field. Brown's going to make the turn, slide in head first at third. Flowers on the throw is going to move down to second base.
A hard shot.
Let's see how the scorekeeper scores that one.
For Flowers.
Dr. Ed Moak's going to give a infield single. Sharp ball, tried to backhand it. Poke out at shortstop. Had to move into the hole, try to get a glove on it. Couldn't come up with it, so the Cougars in business. Runners at second and third. Flowers at second. Brown down at third.
Nobody in the park is expecting Brown to get third on that.
Oh, and Polk barely got a glove off the tip of it, slowed it down, and Brown never checked up. Went head first sliding easily into third base. Flowers on the throw to third, moved down to second. So bring Brady Spring up with 2 outs for the Cougars. Trying to scratch here with 2 outs here in the third inning.
Spring playing first base this evening, batting third at the batting order.
Spring, the leading hitter for the Cougars this year. Cotton looks into Spring. Delivers in the dirt. Tell you what, Coach, Westbrook's doing a pretty good job. Call him a casual catcher, but he's picking everything out of the dirt.
He's definitely got 2 moods, runners on and nobody on.
Exactly.
But he turns it on when they're on base for sure.
Swing down low. Spring may have chased a bad one right there, so 1-1 count to Spring. Let's reset it. Flowers down at second. Brown over at third. No score, 2 singles back-to-back for the Cougars, and Spring up with 2 outs. Cougars looking to put some runs on the board. Cotton looks in and delivers. Another swing, breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the junior left-handed hitting Brady Spring.
Flowers seeing the signs pretty easy at second.
See if he gives Spring a little tip on what he sees. Pitch on the way from Cotton. Ooh. Wow. Call strike 3 up in the eyes. Brady Spring caught him looking on that one. Don't think many on the Cougar side agreed with that call. Nonetheless, after 2 hits, runners pushing over to second and third. The Cougars couldn't push one across the plate. So no runs after 2 hits. No St. Era's, but 2 runners were left on base. At the end of 3 complete innings of play, Sylva Bay 0 and the Cougars yet to score. Let's throw it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Before you make a deal on a pre-owned vehicle, come to Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven. Auto Direct has a large inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles at super springtime savings. At Auto Direct, all credit applications are accepted, and with over 10 lenders to work with, great financing options are available. Come in and see how easy it is to drive out today. Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven, and shop online at autodirectms.com. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
Experiencing shoulder, elbow, hip, or knee pain? Come see the experts, Dr. Larry Field and Dr. Austin Barrett at Mississippi Sports Medicine, located locally at the Brookhaven Medical Arts Building. Our specialized surgeons have over 50 years combined orthopedic experience specific to the shoulder, elbow, hip, and knee. Why see a general orthopedic when you could see the experts? Mississippi Sports Medicine, where we specialize for you. Request the Brookhaven location when scheduling your appointment at MississippiSportsMedicine.com or call 601-354-4488.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy for 3 complete innings of play. No score either side of the ledger for the St. Smart Cougars. Cougars did muster up 2 two-out hits, but couldn't push runners across the home plate. So we move into the top half of the 4th inning. Wyatt Polk, the shortstop for the Saints, struck out his first time up against freshman Caston Thompson. First pitch out of the zone, ball one. Pitch on the way from Thompson in the dirt, 2-0 to the shortstop, Wyatt Polk for Sylva Bay. As we mentioned earlier in the ball game, Sylva Bay fighting for their playoff berth right here. They win it, they're in the playoffs. Thompson looks in, delivers. Ball's going to be out of the zone. 3-0. Leadoff batter here in the top half of the fourth inning. Gaston Thompson looks in. Delivers. Now that ball's out of the zone as well. Nick Ogden thought we had a call strike right there. Nonetheless, Polk draws the leadoff walk to start the top half of the fourth inning for the Saints. Keegan Tumblin, the DH, steps in. Where's number 11? Bats from the right side. Swing and a miss, strike one. Thompson out in front on this one. Tumbling. Polk down at first. No outs here in the top half of the fourth inning. Thompson checks it first, back to the plate, and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Just don't see the intensity from the Saints tonight with the season on the line.
A lot on the line tonight. And, this is one you're playing for your life out here. Or the playoff life. I saw a couple of guys from Newton County Academy made their way over. They played up at Clinton Christian tonight and came down. Of course, their destiny's kind of in the hands of the Saints and the results of this ball game. They've certainly become Cougar fans tonight. A lot of scenarios out there. And if I'm not mistaken, with their win tonight, they pick up the district number 2 slot out of district number 3.
Yeah, it's one of those odd playoff scenarios. You want to win every game, but do you really want to face the Ole Miss commit again in the playoffs potentially?
That's right. So, and I think if you look at these two ball clubs, Sylva Bay, Newton, I'd say evident by, the season thus far, the Cougars are probably the cream of the crop here in District 3, but these other two are quality ball clubs. As Tomlin, a number back to Thompson, throws over to first to Spring for that first out of the inning. Wyatt Polk will move down to second base. So we'll score that 1-3 for the first out of the inning. But, you start looking at scenarios from the Cougars' perspective. If I had to face one of these squads again, would you rather play Newton County Academy or Sylva Bay? And, nonetheless, Coach Parvin's going to go in to win this ball game.
Sure.
He's not going to hold anything back right here. But you certainly don't look down the road, and who do they play?
That's right. You're not going to feel too bad about not having to face 92 in the second round.
Exactly. One out here in the top half of the fourth inning. Saints with a runner down at second base. Pitch on the way from Thompson out of the zone. Ball one. Philip Anderson, the center fielder. Grounded out to Cade Brown at second base his first time up.
But no doubt, Tyler's, he's wanting to win this game. He's telling the kids to win this game. So
swing and miss from Anderson. And if I'm not mistaken, I've got my bracket right here, and I can refer back to it. The number 2 team out of this district will face Centerville Academy in the first round. A couple of play-in rounds, the Cougars and Centerville, who finished number 2 in the district, number 4.
Didn't win a game in district this year.
Amet School Center will come out of that district number 1 in District 4. So maybe a changing in the guard over there, but Centerville always tough playoff team. 1-2 count to Philip Anderson, the center fielder for the Saints, as Polk sets out at second base. Pitch on the way. Grounder down to third. The Waldrop throw across the diamond. Spring up the line, had to make the play and the tag on Anderson. Good job over there by Brady Spring coming up the line. Almost a collision down there at first base. Give credit to Anderson for sort of pulling up and avoiding Spring and the big collision at first. They were able to hold Polk out at second. I don't know if he really had an opportunity to move across to third base, but he remained down at second base in the second out of the inning.
Well, Brady looks comfortable over there at first.
Yeah, came up the line.
Great play.
I believe his dad played a little first base.
That's right.
Southwest Community College, then down at Southern Miss. Tanner Cotton, the pitcher, facing off with his counterpart, Caston Thompson. Fouled the first one over against the screen over at the Sylva Bay dugout. 0-1 count to Cotton. White Polk down at second. Cougars trying to hold him there. No score here in this one. Top half of the fourth inning. Thompson looks in. Pitch on the way. Foul ball off the mask of Nick Ogden. Then up and over the screen. 0-2 count. Thompson has Cotton in the hole. All right, Coach, make the call. I know you're going to say fastball.
Something out of the zone.
Out of the zone right here. Ogden gives him a low signal. Breaking pitch. Hit the spot perfect right there. Been a little backdoor breaking pitch. Down low. Right where you wanted it. 1-2 count. 2 outs here in the top half of the fourth inning. Thompson looks in, gets his signal from Ogden. Pitch on the way. Hard hit ball out to Flowers. Flowers grounds her steps, throws in time to get Cotton at first base. Cotton went in head first trying to beat the throw. Not in time for Cotton. For the third out of the inning, Flowers to spring over at first. We'll score that one 6-3 and the third out of the inning. So for the Cougars, or for the Saints in the top half of the fourth inning, there were no runs on no hits, no Cougar errors, and there was one runner left on base. So the end of 3.5. Saints nothing, Cougars nothing. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Kelly Hallred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at newyorklife.com.
We'll find you that place to call home.
With factory direct pricing, C&W Homes makes owning your home easy. They carry the top lines like Deer Valley, Buccaneer, Capco, Sunshine, and Cappert. Mississippi made. For over 30 years, C&W Homes has been making home ownership a reality, and they still will not be undersold. Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. Call 800-748-9056. Online, cwmobilehomes.com, and like them on Facebook.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. No score through 3.5 innings of play. Cougars, Caston Thompson's gone all the way, has 6 strikeouts thus far in the ball game. Only allowed a handful of base runners on walks and I think a hit batter. No hits thus far for the Saints, 2 hits for the Cougars. They both came with 2 outs last inning. A hit from Cade Brown and Dawson Flowers. But could not push them across for any runs in the bottom half of the third. Leading off the fourth here for the Cougars, Caston Thompson, be followed by Nick Ogden and the designated hitter, Tanner Watts.
Caston Thompson, left side of
Thompson struck out his first time up facing Tanner Cotton, the pitcher for Sylva Bay. Cotton looks in, pitch on the way.
Called strike, 0-1.
Strike one. Breaking pitch. Up around the numbers. Called strike one on Thompson. Fastball, hard hit ball down the right field line. It's going to stay fair. Thompson with a single, so something stirring here for the Cougars. First baseman Graves Campbell laid out on that one, had no chance for it. So a clean single right over the bag at first base.
Third hit. Third single.
Get a designated runner in for Thompson. Looks like number 19 down there, maybe Fortenberry. We'll check that for sure.
Thompson with the hit. Now Nick Ogden to replay.
Courtesy runner down at first. Nick Ogden steps in for the Cougars.
First.
Those Cougars wear those white numbers on the white jersey. It's just really hard to pick up a number down there at first base. So we'll do our best to identify a courtesy runner in just a second. Another throw over to first.
These numbers is difficult to ascertain because the white on white configuration used to be Trevor Fortenberry.
Yeah, it is Fortenberry down at first. Wouldn't expect Ogden to be bunting here, but yes, he is. He's going to try to lay one down and move Fortenberry over to second base. Fouled it in the dirt. 0-1 count to Ogden.
Almost a drag attempt there instead of a sack. One of the hardest things to get high school kids to do is just
sit in and
get it down first.
Make it a true sacrifice bunt. Give yourself up and get the bunt down. 0-1 count to Ogden. Another throw to first base, trying to keep Fortenberry honest over there. The courtesy runner for Caston Thompson led off the inning with a hard single over the bag at first.
Laundry detergent for white uniform.
Cotton looks into Ogden. Ogden squares to bunt, gets it out in front of the plate.
Oh, wow.
That ball's going to be fair. Throw down to first. Good play by Westbrook. Ogden does his job, gets that one down and moves Fortenberry over to second base. So the sacrifice bunt from Ogden. 2-3 on the put out. Does his job and moves courtesy runner Trevor Fortenberry out to second base and in scoring position. Brings up the designated hitter, Tanner Watts. Walked his first time up. It's called stealing in the second inning. High leg kick from Cotton. Ball one out of the zone to Watts. One out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Cougars with the runner down at second base. No score. Cougars with 3 hits on the board. Saints yet to get a hit. Pitch hard, hit ball down the right side. That's going to sail out of play.
Foul out of play.
1 ball, 1 strike to Watts.
Wait on it. Into the evening sky.
Coach Watts had a pretty good pass at that one, just a little behind it, but a good step and swing right there.
Yeah, he looks comfortable tonight. Don't look for him to chase anything bad here.
Tanner Cotton, pitcher for the Saints, looks in.
Timeout plate.
Watts asks for and receives a timeout. It's going to reset at 1-1 count, 1 out. In the bottom half of the fourth inning, Cougars with a runner down at second base. Pitch on the way, breaking pitch, stayed inside to Watts. 2 balls, 1 strike to Watts. A little chatter over from the third base dugout on the Sylva Bay side. Tanner Cotton looks in, delivers. Hard hit ball down to the third base. Cade Blackwell makes the play, throws over the first. That's going to get over the first baseman's head. Fortenberry's going to round third. He'll score easily. Watts around second. He's going to move down to third. So a 3-base error for Tanner Watts. Cade Blackwell made the clean play, coach, and tried to make the throw over to first. Sailed it over the first baseman's head. Campbell couldn't come up with it. Fortenberry scores from second. You contribute that one to the sacrifice bunt from Nick Ogden. So it all adds up, coach. Ogden gets the bunt down, moves the runner across. Bad throw, 1-0 Cougars.
Manufacture, whatever it takes.
Going to bring up Judson Griffin, the left fielder Flew out to the first baseman his first time up.
That's Griffin now at bat. The first pitch was a ball. 1-0.
Watts with a 3-base error. Sets down at third base. Let's see what Coach Tyler Parvin wants to do here. Ball in the dirt, scooped up by Westbrook.
2-0. Throw down to third.
Good job back here by Westbrook. Watts went to turn back to the bag and sort of stumbled and fell. Westbrook with a snap throw. Watts just back in time. 2-0 count to Griffin. Cotton looks into Griffin. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Griffin. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Cougars have put 1 run on the board. Throwing there by the third baseman Blackwell allowed the courtesy runner Fortenberry to score from second. Pitch to Griffin in the dirt.
3-1.
Backhand stop there by Westbrook. Westbrook not much for blocking, Coach, but he's pretty good with those hands.
He gets a glove on it, that's for sure.
See the guys in the bigs, they don't always slide in front of them, but that's why they're in the bigs.
They didn't get there by not sliding.
Exactly. 3-1 count to Griffin. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Good opportunity here for the left fielder for the Cougars. Watts down at third. 1 out. 1 run in for the Cougars here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 3-2 count to Griffin. Payoff pitch coming from Cotton. Pitch on the way. Hit down third base. Going to stay in foul territory. Blackwell over to make the play. But on our left side of the bag. So we'll back it up and do it again. 3-2 count to Griffin.
Runner third, 1 out.
1-0 lead for the Cougars here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Cotton looks in. Breaking pitch, strike 3, swing and a miss for Griffin. Second out of the inning for the Cougars.
3-2 breaking ball. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I mean, it stayed up, high breaking ball, just not a pitch you expect to see. Keegan Smith, the right fielder, one of our seniors honored earlier in the ball game tonight, is going to step in for the Cougars. Watts down at third. First ball breaking pitch from Cotton. Call strike 1. Cotton really going to that breaking ball here in the 4th.
0-1.
Fastball out of the zone. 1-1 count. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tanner Watts down at third. Keegan Smith at the plate. Cougars with 1 run in and the 1-0 lead. Pitch from Cotton. Ball sharply hit out to the second baseman, Ty Duval. Throw over to first base just in time to Graves Campbell to get Smith down at first base, but not before the Cougars could put 1 run on the board.
However, the Cougars
with 1 run, 1 hit, 1 Saints error, and 1 runner was left on base. So at the end of 4 complete innings of play, Brookhaven Academy 1, Sylva Bay 0. Let's throw it back to our studio for 1 minute, 1 minute down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experienced the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau, General Sales Manager at Sullivan Ford Lincoln. First off, we want to say thanks to all of our customers for a historic month here at Sullivan. With all of our sales this past month, we have tons of great trades that are ready for their new homes. Doesn't matter if you're looking for your first car, a great vacation vehicle for the whole family, or a good old farm truck, we've got options for you. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SylvanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark where the Cougars have taken A 1-0 lead into the top half of the 5th inning. Had a leadoff single from Caston Thompson, sacrifice bunt from Nick Ogden. Tanner Watts with a hard hit ball to the third baseman, got away from Cade Blackwell as he made his throw over to first to Campbell Graves, or Graves Campbell that is, allowing the courtesy runner to score from second and the 1-0 lead for the Cougars. Ty Duval steps in. He wears number 3. He's the second baseman for the Saints. Struck out his first time up facing Thompson. 1-0 count to Duval. Thompson looks in. Nubber out to Dawson Flowers. Lazy fly ball. Flowers is going to settle under it. Make the play out at shortstop. 1 down in the inning. 2 pitch out there for Thompson. So that's what you want to see. You know, at this point of the ball game, let's get some easy outs. Don't go 2-2, 3-2 counts and have to work so hard out there, Coach.
Yeah, get ahead and stay ahead.
So we'll score that on a fly ball to the shortstop. It's going to bring up the catcher, Denver Westbrook. Thompson looks and delivers. Ball's going to stay outside, breaking pitch. 1-0 count to Westbrook. Westbrook struck out his first time up facing Thompson. Swing and a miss, or check that, fouled over the screen. Good pass at it there from Westbrook. It was a low breaking pitch, he just couldn't do anything with it. Fouled it over almost over the Cougar dugout on the right side. 1-1 count to Westbrook, 1 out here in the top half of the 5th inning.
2-1.
Not sure with that one missed, Coach, but ball 2, just a bit outside, I assume.
Yeah, both lineups are struggling with this strike zone. It's changing inning by inning, it seems.
2-1 count to Westbrook.
Ball 3.
Same spot, 3-1 to Westbrook.
Under a confluence.
Thompson will come back and get him right here. Looks in and delivers. Ball's going to work up out of the zone, so Westbrook draws the 4-pitch walk. 5-pitch walk. Did mix 1 strike in there. Nonetheless, Westbrook down at first base. Eli Blackwell, the right fielder, can get a courtesy runner for Westbrook. Like that might be number 29. That's going to be Brenton Jones for the Saints down at first base.
1 out.
Westbrook, the catcher, he'll go gear up and get ready for inning number 6, or the bottom half of the 5th.
Having 8th in the order.
When that turn comes around. Blackwell steps in. Grounded out to Brown his first time up at second base. First pitch on the way, fastball, strike 1. Blackwell bats from the right side. Brenton Jones down at first base for the Saints, 1 out. Pitch on the way, stayed inside just a bit, 1-1.
Probably gets that call for set up inside there.
Yeah.
Ogden had to reach back.
Left-handed hitting Blackwell, left-handed pitching Thompson. Pitch from Thompson.
2-1.
That one off the plate, 2-1 to Blackwell. In the top half of the 5th inning, Cougars out front, 1-0. 3 hits for the Cougars, none yet for the Saints. Slice ball down the left field line. That one's going to work over in the trees, foul.
Perfect.
2-2 count, 1 out.
Circular drive.
Top half of the 5th inning.
Halfway left. 2-2, 1 out.
Runner down at first base, Brenton Jones, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Thompson looking for the strikeout here. Pitch on the way. That one fouled over the Sylva Bay dugout at third.
Still 2-2.
Blackwell hanging tough. Saints looking to manufacture a run some way, trailing 1-0 to the Cougars. Thompson looks in, delivers. Line drive back to Thompson, caught. Double play. Just what the doctor ordered right there. Blackwell with a lazy line drive. Thompson snags it out of the air, turns and throws to first. Caught the courtesy runner Jones, creeping off first base for the double play. So for the Saints here in the top half of the fifth inning, no runs, no hits, no Cougar errors, and there were no runners left on base. So at the end of 4.5 innings of play, Brookhaven Academy 1, Sylva Bay 0. Let's give 1 minute down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
With spring, thoughts of going fishing and cooking out come to mind. Perkins Hayes Hardware in Lincoln Plaza carries a complete selection of hunting and fishing supplies. And for that cookout, they feature a huge selection of barbecue grills, coolers, and of course all kinds of home appliances. Find it all at Perkins Hayes Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven, the home of the helpful hardware folks.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nelson to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark here on the campus of Brookhaven Academy, where the Cougars are clinging to a 1-0 lead over the Sylva Bay Saints as we move into the bottom half of the fifth inning. Cougars with 3 hits on the board. Saints yet to find a hit. They do have, I believe, 3 or 4 base runners due to walks and a hit batter, but no hits against the Cougar pitcher, Caston Thompson. First batter up, Colin Waldrop with a hard hit ball played behind the bag by Wyatt Polk. Had no chance to get Waldrop down it, making his way down to first base. So an infield single for Waldrop.
Leading off the fifth for the Cougar third baseman.
Great job getting out of the box.
Yeah, I mean, he was digging from the word go. Polk went and made a good play behind the bag, but he was on the outfield grass when he got to that one. Cade Brown for the Cougars squares to bunt out of the zone, calls strike one.
Coach Parvin getting on the Waldrop for not moving up on the ball in the dirt there, but probably didn't expect Cade to go after that one with the bunt.
Waldrop at first, nobody out.
Brown squared around, trying to sacrifice Waldrop down to second base. Check throw over to Waldrop at first base. Nothing doing over there. Back in time. Cotton's done a good job for the Saints, Coach. Not a lot of pitches. Staying in the strike zone. Not a lot of free passes. Making the Cougars work.
Yeah, third time through the lineup. We ought to be dialed in right here.
Brown squares around. Can't get it down. It's going to be strike 2. Dawson Flowers stands in on deck.
0-2 to Brown.
Brown's another one of those guys. If he can get it down on the infield, you can't hesitate on him or he'll be at first base. Waldrop with a good lead over at first base. Cotton looks in, gets his signal from Westbrook. Pitch on the way. Breaking pitch, hit right up the middle. Snagged out there by Polk. Good job by the shortstop, Wyatt Polk. That ball was probably hit harder than the ball that Waldrop hit. Polk was shaded a little bit to the second base side, made the play out on the grass right behind the bag. Flipped to his second baseman, Duval, to get Waldrop out at second.
Probably another infield single there if we didn't have that runner at first.
So Brown moves to first on the fielder's choice. 1 out in the inning. On the force out at second, brings up Dawson Flowers. Ball in the dirt. Got away from Westbrook. Throws down to second. Went off someone's, I believe it went off of Brown's leg out there at second base and careened out into left field, short left field. After swiping second base, Brown moved to third after the ball got away from the defensive team out at second.
Boy, his speed puts so much pressure on everybody.
I tell you what, that Westbrook's got a cannon back there, Coach.
Yeah.
Flowers stands in. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss.
Swinging strike.
But even the count at 1-1 to the senior Dawson Flowers with Cade Brown down at third base with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Flowers is the guy you want at the plate right here. Hard hit ball is going to, Polk's going to move back at shortstop. He's going to make the play over the shoulder. Throw it back into the infield and hold the runner down at third base.
Pitcher didn't back him up there, man. That gets by him. That's a walk-in run.
Fielded by backpedaling Polk. Route number 2.
That's when you would be out of the dugout with a reminder to your pitcher. Polk made the play out in shallow left field, over the shoulder, turn, threw back to the catcher who had to go down and block it up to keep it from going to the screen. Pitcher Cotton. Good technique would have been behind the play here at the home plate, guarding for any overthrow. Brady Springs steps in for the Cougars. Struck out his last time up. Hit by a pitch in the first inning. Scored an opportunity here with the Cougars with 2 outs. Pitch to Spring, hard hit ball down to first base, snagged down there. Graves Campbell down at first base. Graves didn't really have to move on that one. A screamer right at him, preventing the run for the Cougars and the single for Brady Springs. So for the Cougars, here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, no runs on 1 hit. No Saints errors, and 1 runner was left on base. So at the end of 5 complete innings of play, Brookhaven Academy 1, Sylva Bay yet to score. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute, 1 minute down the line. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
It's spring, a time when someone's fancy turns to getting a better vehicle. Auto Direct has a large inventory of quality cars and trucks in stock right now for a super springtime savings. At Auto Direct, all credit applications are accepted, and with over 10 lenders to work with, there are great financing options available. Come by and see how easy it is to drive out today. Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven, and shop online at autodirectms.com. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
Experiencing shoulder, elbow, hip, or knee pain? Come see the experts, Dr. Larry Field and Dr. Austin Barrett at Mississippi Sports Medicine, located locally at the Brookhaven Medical Arts Building. Our specialized surgeons have over 50 years combined orthopedic experience specific to the shoulder, elbow, hip, and knee. Why see a general orthopedic when you could see the experts? Mississippi Sports Medicine, where we specialize for you. Request the Brookhaven location when scheduling your appointment at MississippiSportsMedicine.com or call 601-354-4488.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark. A quick correction. That's Campbell Graves down at first base, not Graves Campbell, for all our fans over in Silver Bay Land listening on YouTube. B92 space WBKN, and you can listen to it on YouTube. So we've got a few guys over at Silver Bay listening. I want to make that correction on Graves over at first base after that fine play for the 3rd out of the inning for the Saints. Up for the Saints here to start the top half of the 6th inning. Austin Thornton, the left fielder, behind in the count 0-2 to Caston Thompson's going all the way for the Cougars. Thompson 0-2 delivery. Slow roller out to the left side. Thompson makes the play. Can't turn and get the throw off in time. That scored out an infield single for Thornton. 0-2 count right there, and he just reached out across the plate in a slow roller about 15 feet down the line at third base.
Cade Blackwell.
Thompson tried to make the play, but just couldn't turn and get a throw off in time. Leadoff batter for the Saints, Cade Blackwell steps in, tries to get the bunt down. Down the first base line, rolled foul. Good job there by Nick Ogden, get down the line, assuring that ball stayed foul.
Count 0-1.
A little small ball, trying to manufacture a run right here. Austin Thornton down at first base for the Saints. Blackwell stands in, 0-1 count, no outs. Pitch on the way, squares around. Out of the zone, ball 1-1-1. Saints trailing the Cougars 1-0. Like I said, here in the top half of the sixth inning. Coach, you just almost have to go with the bunt right here, try to move him over and score in position.
Yeah, they've zero success all night. You got to get something going here in the sixth.
2-1.
Fastball looked to be right down the middle. Didn't get the call. 2-1 count. Blackwell nor the guy that counts behind the plate agreed. So it's ball 2. 2-1 to Blackwell. Pitch delivery.
Count 3-1 to Cade Blackwell.
3-1 count to Blackwell. The ball's off the plate just a little. 3-1 count. 1 hit on the board for the Saints, 4 hits for the Cougars. 1-0 lead for the Cougars here in the top half of the sixth inning. Thompson delivers. Blackwell puts it down. Ogden's going to make the play, throw down to first base. Got away from him. Out into right field, backed up by Keegan Smith out in right field. Good job by Smith. Everybody safe for the Saints. Blackwell hustling down the line. He's going to reach on the error. Thornton's going to move over to third base on the throwing error. So the Saints in business here in the top half of the sixth inning. Runners on the corners. Blackwell down at first. Austin Thornton moved to third base on the throwing error. Good job out there by Keegan Smith backing up the play for the Cougars in right field. Pitch on the way. Shortstop Wyatt Polk steps in. Out of the zone. Ball 1. Cougars out front 1-0. Saints threatening here in the top half of the sixth inning. Thompson delivers.
Ball 2-0.
Must have been off the plate. Ball 2.
Bases.
2-0 count to Polk. Made a big play there behind the bag at shortstop in the bottom of the fifth for the Saints. Ball's going to be up high out of the zone. Ball 3.
3-0.
3-0, runners at the corners. Cougars out front 1-0. No outs here in the top half of the sixth inning. Thompson looks in and delivers. Call strike 1. That one right down the I-55 on that one. Center lane. 3-1 count. Wyatt Polk, your shortstop. Thompson looks. Ball's going to be out of the zone. Ball 4 is going to load it up. Probably going to draw a visit from Coach Tyler Parvin. Can't see down into the Cougar bullpen if we got anybody working, and it does. Let's throw it back to the studio for 30 seconds. 30 seconds down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Dwayne Allred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at NewYorkLife.com.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark. Bases are loaded for the Saints with no outs here in the top half of the 6th inning. Saints playing for their playoff life. Runners at first, second, and third base as Keegan Tumlin steps in, the designated hitter. Face Caston Thompson.
Hey, he gets up there, you step off the bell.
One hit in the inning for the Saints. An error and a base on balls, and here we are, bases loaded with no outs. Swing and a miss by Tumlin.
Strike 0-1.
Good velocity on that fastball from Thompson. Tumlin just couldn't catch up with it. That's when you want to order up the old hot grounder back to the pitcher. Thompson looks in. Ball's going to stay down low, 1-1. Infield straight away. Outfield one step a little deeper than normal. Thompson delivers. Ball's going to stay out of the zone, 2-1. No place to put him. 2-1 count, bases loaded. Thornton down at third. Blackwell at second. Polk over at first base for the Saints. Thompson delivers. Fouled over the screen. Strike 2. 2-2 count.
2-2.
Tumlin, he'll come back and do it again. Thompson trying to work out of a jam right here.
Cougars playing back in the middle almost. Giving up that run for a double play if we can get it.
Brown's really going to have to work over there to cover the bag at second. So looking for something to the right side. He's really got that hole covered. Again, fouled over the screen.
To the right. Still 2-2.
Waldrop in tight at third. Spring in tight at first. Flowers and Brown look to be in double play depth in the middle. 2-2 count to Tumlin. Thompson looks, delivers. Breaking pitch, strike 3.
Oh.
Got the strikeout and almost had Thornton dead to rights down at third base. Nick Ogden snap throw down to third, got away from Colin Walter to third base, allowed Austin Thornton to scamper home for the first run of the inning for Sylva Bay.
Can't blame him for throwing that.
Yeah, I think that ball's caught down at third base. We're doubling up Thornton over at third base. Nonetheless, first run on the board for the Saints. And they push their other runners over to second and third. All hit out to Cade Brown. Looks the runner back at third. Nothing doing. Good job there by Brown.
First route number 2.
Looking froze. Cade Blackwell down at third base. Then turn, throw to Spring at first to get the second out of the inning. That was Philip Anderson, 4-3 put out. Brown to Spring.
Second and third now with 2 outs.
2 outs for the Cougars. Going to bring up the pitcher, Tanner Cotton. Cotton struck out his first time up and grounded out to the shortstop Flowers in the 4th inning. Delivery from Thompson. Spring makes his way over to first base in time. Spring had to come off the bag about 15 feet and make that play. Of course, with the left-handed Thompson throwing, his momentum's going to take him to the third base side of the field. He had to wheel and make his way to cover first base. Spring waved him off, made the play himself over at first base. So the Cougars get out of a jam right there. Bases loaded, and no outs. The Saints were able to scratch 1 run, so they tied it up here in the top half of the 6th inning, 1-1. The Cougars coming to bat. Let's throw it back to our studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Tired of paying rent? Now's the time to own your own home from C&W Homes in Vicksburg. With factory direct pricing, C&W Homes makes owning your home easy. They carry the top lines like Deer Valley, Buccaneer, Capco, Sunshine, and Capert. Mississippi made. For over 30 years, C&W Homes has been making home ownership a reality, and they still will not be undersold. Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. Call 800-748-9056. Online, cwmobilehomes.com, and like them on Facebook.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark. We got a good one here. Sylva Bay Saints won. The Cougars won. Moving into the bottom half of the sixth inning for the Cougars, Caston Thompson, Nick Ogden, and Tanner Watts. Those are your 4, 5, 6 batters for the Cougars. Tanner Cotton's going all the way for the Saints. Done a really good job giving up 4 hits in the ball game. 3 errors for the Saints, 2 errors for the Cougars. 1 hit on the Ledger side for the Saints. Thompson steps in. Cotton looks in. Pitch on the way, out of the zone, ball 1.
With a leadoff single in the 4th. Scored the only one for BA thus far.
Cougars looking to put the pressure back on the Saints. 1-1 ball game here in the 6th. Fouled off his foot.
This toward the Cougar dugout. 1-1.
And even the count at 1-1. Of course, as we mentioned, the Saints playing to grab that second slot in the District 3 AA and the playoff berth.
2-1.
Ball out of the zone right there. 2-1 count to Thompson. Had a single last time up and scored. Foul that one back to the screen. 2-2. Your coach Thompson led off the 4th inning with a single. Made something happen there. That run ended up coming around and scoring. Just exactly what we'd like to see right here.
Yeah, I need to get the lead off on right here.
Cotton looks in, delivers. Ball's going to be out of the zone, 3-2.
Hey, you see what we thinking? We thinking the same thing.
3-2 count to Thompson. Pitch on the way inside. Thompson draws the walk.
Reaches for the second appearance.
Going to probably bring the courtesy runner, Fortenberry, back out of the dugout for the Cougars. Run for the pitcher, Thompson.
Had a sacrifice spot in his last appearance.
Let's see. Coach Parvin elects to leave Thompson in the ball game. He's going to let the pitcher run for himself. Not a bad move there from Parvin. Nick Ogden squares to bunt, gets the ball down. Good bunt there by Ogden, fielded by Cotton, throw to first base. In time to get Ogden, the perfect sacrifice by Nick Ogden. We'll score that a 2-3 out, but Ogden again doing his job on the sacrifice bunt. It's going to bring up Tanner Watts.
The courtesy runner for Thompson at second base. Tanner Watts, walk. Second, reached on there, 4th.
Watts steps in. Hard hit ball out to second base. Snagged out of the air by Ty Duvall. Got the courtesy runner out at second base. That's going to be Fortenberry. Once Thompson made his way to second, Fortenberry comes in, did a good job out there getting back to the bag on the line drive to Duvall. About the 3rd line drive tonight for the Cougars. Just didn't find a hole.
25, Caleb Carruthers.
Caleb Carruthers is going to stand in and bat for Judson Griffin.
In the 7th spot in the order, Judson Griffin had occupied that spot the previous 2 plate appearances. Runner at second, 2 outs.
2 outs for the Cougars. Fortenberry, the courtesy runner, out at second. Carruthers stands in for his first time up. Breaking pitch, grounded out to the second. Shortstop, cut off by the third baseman across the diamond. Blackwell to Graves. Good play there by the Saints. 5-3 on the put out in the third out of the inning.
One runner left on base
for the Cougars.
No runs.
No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner was left on base for the Cougars. At the end of 6 complete innings of play, Brookhaven Academy won, Sylva Bay won, and coming to bat. Let's give it back to our studios for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
When it comes to spring cleaning and lawn and garden care, the number one choice is Perkins Ace Hardware in Lincoln Plaza. For everything from weed control to pad boy mowers, it's Perkins Ace Hardware. And of course, they're your plumbing and electrical supply experts too. Perkins Ace Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven. The home of the helpful hardware folks.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau, General Sales Manager at Sullivan Ford Lincoln. First off, we want to say thanks to all of our customers for a historic month here at Sullivan. With all of our sales this past month, we have tons of great trades that are ready for their new homes. It doesn't matter if you're looking for your first car, a great vacation vehicle for the whole family, or a good old farm truck, we've got options for you. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SylvanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. 1-1 ball game in the top half of the 7th inning. Ty Duval steps in, the second baseman for the Saints. First pitch on the way from Thompson. It'll be Duval, Westbrook, and Blackwell for the Saints. Hard hit ball, snagged over there first base by Brady Spring. Spring back to the bag in time to get Duval, the left-handed batter, down the line quickly. Really good job over there by Spring, making the play at first. Had the wherewithal to scamper back to the bag and get Duval by a step. Duval did a good job, Coach, getting down the line after that, out of that left-hander's batter's box.
Yeah, he was digging. Caston's falling off to that left side over there, so tough for him to get back over there. Good job of Brady hustling over and beating the runner.
That's another 3 unassisted play over there by Spring. Big first out of the inning for the Cougars. Pitch on the way to the catcher, Denver Westbrook. Westbrook reached on a walk his last time up in the 5th and struck out in the 2nd. Ball 1, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It's going to even it up at 1-1. 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. Again, Sylva Bay fighting for the playoff life right here. A couple of guys filtering around from Newton County Academy. They also have a lot riding on this ball game. Swing and a miss. Good aggressive swing by Westbrook, but just couldn't catch up with that fastball from Thompson.
Yeah, stick with the fastball here.
1-2 count. Let's see what Thompson does. Looks in, delivers. Breaking pitch off the foot. Westbrook's going to walk that one out.
Out of play to the left.
Tell you what, Coach, I like the way that Westbrook plays the ball game. We've seen it when he gets a man on base. He's a tough catcher back there. He's got a cannon for an arm. Real aggressive at the plate. 1-2 count to the catcher from Sylva Bay. Thompson looks and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good job by Caston Thompson. 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the 7th inning.
2 outs.
Eli Blackwell steps in for the Saints. Coach Tyler Parvin, he's going to call a timeout. We'll hold it right here during the timeout. What's Coach Parvin going over right here? Got 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th. What's he telling this ball club? Defensive assignments, where we want to pitch this batter. Exactly what is he going through right here?
Well, we definitely want to keep a runner off the bases, and this is, probably their most versatile, most athletic player. So probably tell him to stick with his fastball, give it all he's got. It's probably going to be it for Caston, I would think.
Blackwell's got a ground ball out to second base, and a line drive back to Thompson. I think you're going to get a substitute out in right field, and it's going to be the senior moving out to right field for the Cougars, Tyler Anderson. Anderson served as a student manager this year, had a few health problems and could not play this year, but stuck with the ball club. And Coach Tyler Parvin's going to get Anderson some work out in right field. His first action of the year, got to dress out tonight with the seniors and was recognized before the ball game. So good opportunity for Tyler Anderson. His first duty out in right field for the Cougars.
Senior Tyler Anderson.
A lot of applause for Anderson out in right field. So good gesture there by Coach Parvin, and a lot of support from his teammates from the bench in the right field roost cheering Anderson on out in right field. Thompson looks into Blackwell. First pitch on the way, strike one. I tell you what, no velocity loss for Thompson.
No, he's held it all night. He really has.
0-1 count to Blackwell. Pitch on the way. Kind of a swipes at it for 0-2 count. Fouled it against the screen on the left side of home plate. 0-2 count. No runners on. Tied 1-1 here in the top half of the seventh inning. Thompson looks into Blackwell. Pitch on the way. Breaking pitch. Slow roller down the right side. It's going to stay foul. Spring moves in on it. Touches it out of play. 0-2. Blackwell will come back and we'll do it again. Thompson came back with the breaking pitch after two fastballs on that one. I'm looking for the heater right here, Coach.
Yeah, go after.
0-2 count to Blackwell. Thompson looks and delivers. High swinging, snagged by Ogden. Foul tip, picked out the air by Ogden for the third out, and here in the top half of the seventh inning. So all the work and all the pressure is back on the Cougars. One run will win this one and wrap up the undefeated district play. The Saints looking to hold the Cougars and get one more shot at it. At the end of 6 1/2 innings of play, Brookhaven Academy won. Sylva Bay won. Moving to the bottom half of the seventh. We're going to give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
Before you make a deal on a pre-owned vehicle, come to Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven. Auto Direct has a large inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles at super springtime savings. At Auto Direct, all credit applications are accepted, and with over 10 lenders to work with, great financing options are available. Come in and see how easy it is to drive out today. Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven, and shop online at autodirectms.com. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy down. Cougars' last opportunity in a 1-1 ball game to win it right here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. Last inning, senior Tyler Anderson got his first action of the year. He served as the student manager all year, was going to play and had a foot problem and could not play this year, but dressed out with the team tonight, was able to come in and play defensively in the field for the Cougars in his last home outing here for the Cougars. First pitch on the way to the right fielder, Keegan Smith, back in the ball game. Called strike one. Next pitch fouled down the right field line. Line drive from Smith. Out of play, 0-2 count. Tanner Cotton's going all the way for the Saints. Ahead of Smith early. Need that leadoff runner on base right here for the Cougars. Pitch on the way in the dirt. 1-2 count. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Knotted up at 1. Ball up and out of the zone. Breaking pitch 2-2 to Smith. Colin Waldrop singled last time up. Stands on deck. Cotton delivers. Hard hit ball out to shortstop. Wyatt Polk. Bouncer throw across the diamond. Not in time. Oh! What? Oh, my goodness.
Not even close there.
We'll let Coach Marvin discuss that one with the first base umpire. Smith beat that one by a step. Called out at first base. Good play out there by Polk. Threw across to Campbell Graves, a no-doubter. Smith had found his way down to first base. Nonetheless, we'll score that one 6-3 in the put out at first base. One out in the inning for the Saints. Colin Waldrop steps in, the third baseman for the Cougars. Singled last time up. That was in the 5th inning.
Call strike 1-1.
1-1 count.
Cotton's kept that breaking ball all night. It's the best pitch.
Sylva Bay Saints fighting for extra innings. High hit ball down the first base side. First baseman moves over on top of the Cougar dugout. Can't get to it.
Archie hits the top of the Cougar dugout.
Graves had drawn a bead on that one. Just ran out of real estate.
Strike 2. 1-2 to Waldo.
Let's go.
Coach really thought Smith had beat that one out down at first base. Didn't get the call. 1 out, 1-2 count to Colin Waldrop. Ball hit across, fielded by the third baseman Blackwell across the diamond to Graves in time to get Waldrop. Good job by Cade Blackwell over there at third base to a stretching Graves at first. Second out of the inning, 5-3 in the scorebook.
Single in the 3rd inning, we saw fielder's choice.
And bring up the top of the Cougar order, Cade Brown, Dawson Flowers looking for a chance on deck. First pitch on the way to Brown.
The senior second base.
Out of the zone, ball 1. Get Brown on base. He has a chance with Flowers behind him. Hard hit ball down the line. It may stay in play, but can the Saints get to it? Falls foul. Down around the Cougar bullpen.
Just out of Graves, reached back pedaling from first base.
Good chase out there by Campbell Graves from first base. Right fielder Eli Blackwell in pursuit as well. Fell between the two. 1-1 count to Brown. Two outs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Hard hit ball by Brown, dead center field. Philip Anderson settles under, makes the play for the Saints. We got extra baseball here at Williams-Gillis. For the Cougars, no runs, no hits, no errors, no Cougars left on base. So at the end of 7 regulation innings of play, Sylva Bay Saints 1, Brookhaven Academy Cougars 1. Let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Experiencing shoulder, elbow, hip, or knee pain? Come see the experts, Dr. Larry Field and Dr. Austin Barrett at Mississippi Sports Medicine, located locally at the Brookhaven Medical Arts Building. Our specialized surgeons have over 50 years combined orthopedic experience specific to the shoulder, elbow, hip, and knee. Why see a general orthopedic when you could see the experts? Mississippi Sports Medicine, where we specialize for you. Request the Brookhaven location when scheduling your appointment at MississippiSportsMedicine.com or call 601-354-4488.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Kelly Hallred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at NewYorkLife.com.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark. We're going to close the book on Caston Thompson. 7 innings of work. Allowed 1 hit. Struck out 9 St. batters in his afternoon duty here at Williams-Gillis. 8th grader Judson Griffin, number 12, is going to step in. He's going to move to the pitcher's mound from left field. Griffin also throws from the left side. So he's going to try to hold the Saints at bay right here. Saints will bring Austin Thornton, the left fielder, the number 9 hole hitter. He'll be followed by Cade Blackwell and Wyatt Polk, top half of the inning for the Saints.
Brady Spring moves from first base to third.
Fruit basket turnover here in the infield for the Cougars. Spring to move to third. Taps Thompson to go to first base. Waldrop looks to be out in left field. First pitch on the way from Griffin, low, out of the strike zone, ball 1.
Top of the 8th inning underway.
We're here in the top half of the 8th inning. Extra baseball here at Williams-Gillis. Pitch on the way from Griffin, swing and a miss from Thornton. Griffin's got a lot of varsity work this year for the Cougars, done a good job as an 8th grader. Looks in, pitch on the way, breaking pitch.
Count 2-1.
Tell by the Cougar faithful behind us here, Coach. They thought that was a strike.
I think the hitter thought it was a strike, too.
2-1 count to Thornton. Pitch on the way from Griffin. Fouled over the screen. 2-2 count.
Right side grandstand, 2-2.
Griffin looks real good out there. Got great form for a young guy and stays in that strike zone. He's one of those that will only get better. Pretty good velocity as well. Pitch on the way from Griffin. Breaking pitch, stayed up out of the zone. 3-2 count.
3-2 to number 32.
Austin Thornton. Payoff pitch here for Griffin. Looked into Ogden. Pitch on the way. Fouled off his foot. Thornton.
Count remains full.
Full count. We'll back it up and do it one more time. We're in the top half of the 8th inning. Extra baseball here at Williams-Gillis. Cougars and Saints locked up at 1. Of course, we've mentioned it. Saints battling for that second slot in the playoffs. Win in advance for the Saints. Pitch on the way. Strike 3.
Strike 3.
Gassed him on a fastball right there. Good job by Griffin. Big first out there, Coach.
Tough
from Griffin.
For an 8th grader, man. Coming in. Extra innings.
Stand in and stand tall.
No doubt.
Good job by Griffin. Leadoff batter Cade Blackwell steps in. Breaking pitch over the top. Just out of the zone. Good spot to miss. Blackwell with a strikeout. Fly ball to the right fielder. He reached on an error. 1-0 count delivery from Griffin. That one's going to stay down, 2-0. Griffin working the spots for the Cougars. Springs over at third, Flowers at short, Brown and Thompson, your right side of the infield. Pitch on the way.
Ball strike 2-1.
Tell you what, pretty good velocity there from Griffin for a little guy. He just steps in, great form. You can tell he's worked hard at the game. A lot of good years in front of him. Pitch on the way, fouled against the screen. 2-2 count.
Dr. Ed's reflexes 2-2.
One out here in the top half of the 8th inning.
2-2. One out, bases empty.
Cade Blackwell for the Saints. Judson Griffin for the Cougars. Griffin looks in, delivers. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Couldn't get Blackwell to chase that one.
And the second consecutive batter.
Griffin went full count to Thornton. Got him on the looking third strike. Full count to Blackwell. Pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Good job there by Griffin with 2 strikeouts. Stayed down in the zone.
The base is empty with 2 outs. And Wyatt Polk, who has walked each of his last 2 plate appearances.
We'll take one go our way there, Beck.
Little bit, worked a little bit down in the zone to the displeasure on the left side of the baseball diamond, but nonetheless, call strike 1 from Griffin as Wyatt Polk steps in, the shortstop. Made some good defensive plays the entire ball game for the Saints. 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. 0-1 count to Polk. Breaking pitch, strike 2.
0-2 with 2 outs.
It's almost like Griffin's got 2 types of breaking balls. He's got a big looper that if he gets down, it's completely different than the last one we just saw.
0-2 count, works it down in the dirt. Got away from Ogden. Swing and miss. Just bounced high off Ogden's shoulder, so we're going to get the strikeout in the inning, but advanced on the pass ball. Just one of those that, Polk normally Polk's going to stay off of that one as a breaking pitch out of the zone in the dirt. Went fishing for it, got away from Ogden, bounced against the screen. No chance to get Polk down there, so we'll score a strikeout and wild pitch. Keegan Tumblin, the designated hitter for the Saints, to step in. Tumblin grounded out to the pitcher, struck out and walked. Pitch on the way from Griffin, called strike 1. Griffin looks in, checks. Polk down at first, pitch on the way. Breaking pitch, fouled off his foot. Tumblin in the hole, 0-2. Tell you what, Coach, looking down the line, I want to get the cart ahead of the horse. You got Griffin, Thompson, Ogden, Watts looking forward to next year. Stable of pitchers coming back for the Cougars. Then throw in Brady Spring, Colin Waldron. Good place to be for the Cougars. 0-2 count from Griffin. Ball fouled out of play.
Like a change up there.
Yeah, a little straight change. We've seen 4 pitches thus far from Griffin.
It's impressive. 8th grader, 4 pitches for strikes.
Doing work out there against Tumblin. Polk down at first base for the Saints. Ball in the dirt. Good job there by Ogden. Almost the same pitch that struck out Polk and got away from Ogden. Tumblin didn't go for it.
1-2 with 2 outs.
Just sort of that slow breaker out of the zone. Griffin making sure not to hang that one where Tumblin could get to it. 1-2 count to Tumblin, 2 outs. Griffin looks and delivers. Breaking pitch, strike 3.
There's that looper.
Not only strikes out the side, but records 4 strikeouts.
4 strikeouts in the inning for Griffin. 1 on the pass ball. Good job there by Griffin stepping in relief of Thompson in the 1-1 ball game. Cougars coming to bat in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Let's get it back to the studio real quick for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Don't run from one mobile home dealer to the next trying to find the best deal on a new home. For over 30 years, C&W Homes in Vicksburg has featured factory direct pricing, and they will not be undersold. C&W Homes features the top lines from Deer Valley, Sunshine, Buccaneer, Cabco, and Cappert. Mississippi made. C&W Homes accepts trades and will buy your old mobile home. Call Kip Hole or Dobie Nasser. Toll free 1-800-748-9056. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South Vicksburg.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
We're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark, moving into the bottom half of the 8th inning. Dawson Flowers are going to step in for the Cougars. Tanner Cotton stays on the mound for the Saints. Pitch on the way out of the zone from Cotton. Judson Griffin stepped in from left field in relief of Caston Thompson. Recorded 4 strikeouts, one of those a pass ball. allowed the runner to advance or the batter to advance, but got the next batter on a strikeout. Fouled back over the screen from Dawson Flowers, the senior. Coach, I'd certainly love to see a four-bagger right here for the senior in his last regular home game for the Cougars. 1-1 count to Flowers. Cotton looks and delivers. Hard hit ball out to shortstop. Fielded cleanly out by Pope. Not in time to get Flowers. Pope had to go in the hole and get that one deep on the grass out at kind of between third and shortstop, and really didn't have a play out there to get Flowers. So the infield single for Flowers going to bring up now the third baseman, Brady Spring.
Brady Spring steps to the plate. Now playing third base, starting the game at first base for the Cougars.
Spring with a hard line drive to the first baseman his last time up. Probably was a double if it got by him. Throw to first to check Flowers over there. Trying to see if we see Spring draw up, give any indication that he might bunt on this one.
A tough call.
Yeah.
It's a three-hole guy. He's probably your best bunter. You let him swing or you move the runner.
Pitch on the way. Can we call strike one to Spring? I believe Coach Parvin's going to let Spring stand in and swing at it.
Yeah, no sign down there. It's
no problem with that. You know, Brady's one of those guys. He had a couple of ball games back that we were calling, a couple of shots one off the center field wall and one off the right field wall. So he can definitely put it out there for extra bases. Gaston Thompson stands in on deck. Flowers down at first, no out for the Cougars. Tanner Cotton is going all the way for the Saints. Swing and a miss, going to be fouled over to the third base side. Cade Blackwell moves under it, makes the play in foul territory right in front of Coach Parvin in the third base coach's box. One out in the inning for the Cougars. Gaston Thompson's going to step in.
One out, Caston.
Bottom half of the eighth inning here at Williams-Gillis. 1-1 ball game. Cougars looking to win it here in the bottom half of the eighth. Throw with the first. Flowers back in time.
Thompson with a single, walk and run scored.
Thompson with a single earlier in the ball game, the only run of the ball game for the Cougars. Flowers good lead at first base. Call strike one.
0-1.
Nick Ogden stands in on deck for the Cougars. Cotton gets a signal from Westbrook. Pitch on the way.
Oh, he's going to call him back.
Ball hit Thompson in the right thigh. Umpire said that Thompson stuck his leg out on that one. I just never picked his foot up off the ground. He just sort of winced at it.
When you make a call like that, you got to learn what a strike is.
I think the pitch will be called a ball.
Thompson rolled out to the right down the way the pitch.
Flowers going to move back to first. Umpire ruled that Thompson stuck his leg out to be hit by that one. Going to reset everything. Pitch on the way to Thompson. Foul down the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Thompson. Coach, that's a tough call right there. I mean, it's really hard. It's. I can see when you lean over with an elbow or something, but when your foot never leaves the ground, you have an opportunity to squat.
It almost needs to be dictated by where it hits the batter.
Right.
If it's upper body, and he doesn't move, that's tough. But down below the belt, what do you expect the kid to do? Jump?
Right. I mean, he was going to get hit regardless on that one.
Yeah.
1-2 count to Thompson. Cotton looks in. Pitch on the way. Fouled over the screen, left side. We're going to back it up and do it one more time. 1-2, one out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Dawson Flowers down at first base after an infield single. 5th hit of the game for the Cougars. 1-2 count to Thompson. Pitch on the way, delivery, hard hit ball out in the right field. That ball's going to get down. Flowers is definitely going to move to third. Fumbled out in right field.
Thompson lines a single.
2 strike single out into right field. Flowers moves around the diamond to third base. Good piece of hitting right there with 2 strikes from Thompson, his 2nd hit of the night. Brings up Nick Ogden, the catcher for the Cougars.
Still no cover from the pitcher there. Draw a throw.
Ogden with a couple good sacrifice bunts.
The 6th hit for the Cougars. Thompson, the 2nd hit.
In the 4th and 6th inning, respectively. Coach Springs going to bring Ogden down the line to talk to him. He and Flowers, all important.
Thompson.
Winning run, 90 feet away down at third. Thompson at first base, Flowers at third. Ogden stands in with 1 out.
Ogden coming to bat with a pair.
Be nice to see another push down the first base line. Wouldn't be surprised if he calls it in. Maybe not a true squeeze. Maybe
Right.
we see it down.
Little safety squeeze. Get a timeout by the Saints. Let's hold it right here, Coach. We don't want to come back and miss this one. So let's talk about the scenarios right here. 1 out, 1st and 3rd. First, do you think about moving that guy, letting him advance, try to swipe second base and take the force out of the equation?
You got a few options to choose from. That's definitely one. You can maybe add in a fake bunt to that and see if you draw any type of mistake there. A lot of things get it done right here.
You can kind of expect obviously the infield is going to be in on this one. Your corners will probably be real tight. Again, we mentioned Ogden with 2 sacrifice bunts earlier in the ball game. The last one just picture perfect down the right side, and if he could get that bunt back on the ground, that would certainly move Flowers. They require 90 feet and the victory for the Cougars. 1-1 ball game here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. They're going to walk Ogden intentionally, load the bases. Thus,
it's a good call there.
Yeah, good call there from the Saint bench.
The base is now
So Ogden down at first, Thompson at second, Flowers down at first. Tanner Watts is going to step in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Watts with the opportunity with a walk-off win opportunity here for the Cougars. Watts had one earlier in the year. We had the opportunity to make the call. Cotton looks into Watts. Pitch on the way. Ball out of the zone. Ball 1. Nowhere to put him.
Tanner's probably seen him as good as anybody tonight.
Yeah.
You want him being really patient here.
He's one of those guys. He, Flowers, and Thompson, they've been seeing the ball well tonight. Pitch on the way from Cotton. That one's going to work out of the zone. Good job down there by Westbrook. Setting on top of that one, not letting it go to the screen. 2-0 count to Watts.
Westbrook showing us the block there.
Yeah.
No pick.
Let's see what you're going to see if Watts has the green light in 2-0. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Foul back up against the screen. Watts had a good cut at that one, Coach. 2-1 count, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Cougars. Saints clawing to hang on to playoff life right here. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Tanner Watts stands in. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Watts. Another foul tip into the mid of Westbrook.
2-2.
Any fumble, 3rd strike right here. No requirement to throw down to first base. First base occupied. 2-2 count, 1 out. Tanner Cotton looks in for the Saints. Gets his signal. Pitch on the way. Breaking pitch out of the zone.
Ball 3.
3-2 count.
Bases loaded, 1 out.
Zone's been big. You better protect all of it.
1 out right here. Get an extra little lean if you're a base runner. Certainly won't be moving with 1 out. Get a jump on any ground ball, though, down at third from Flowers. Pitch on the way to Watts. Fouls it back to the screen.
The count remains full.
Pretty good piece of hitting, fighting it off right there by Watts. May have been out of the zone, but too close to watch it.
Wasn't a pitch he could drive for sure. Just a good job of spoiling it.
3-2 count. One out for the Cougars. Bases are loaded. One run will win it. Cotton looks into Watts. Pitch on the way. Ball's going to be out of the zone. Ball for a walk. Tough way to go down for the Saints as Dawson Flowers crosses home plate. That'll be the ball game. A 2-1 victory for the Cougars in the bottom half of the 8th inning. A walk-off 3-2 walk. Tanner Watts. Tanner Cotton, the pitcher for Sylva Bay. That one just got away from him, way out of the strike zone. Judson Griffin picks up the win in 1 inning of work in relief of Caston Thompson.
7 hits total in the game between the two teams.
7 hits for the Cougars, 1 hit for the Saints. 3 errors for the Saints, 2 errors for the Cougars. 2-1 victory for the Cougars. Let's throw it back to the studio for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, we'll come back and wrap it up here from Williams-Gillis. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
With spring, thoughts of going fishing and cooking out come to mind. Perkins Hayes Hardware in Lincoln Plaza carries a complete selection of hunting and fishing supplies. And for that cookout, they feature a huge selection of barbecue grills, coolers, and of course all kinds of home appliances. Find it all at Perkins Hayes Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven, the home of the helpful hardware folks.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau, General Sales Manager at Sullivan Ford Lincoln. First off, we want to say thanks to all of our customers for a historic month here at Sullivan. With all of our sales this past month, we have tons of great trades that are ready for their new homes. Doesn't matter if you're looking for your first car, a great vacation vehicle for the whole family, or a good old farm truck, we've got options for you. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SylvanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education in a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
It's spring, a time when someone's fancy turns to getting a better vehicle. Auto Direct has a large inventory of quality cars and trucks in stock right now for a super springtime savings. At Auto Direct, all credit applications are accepted, and with over 10 lenders to work with, there are great financing options available. Come by and see how easy it is to drive out today. Auto Direct on Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven, and shop online at autodirectms.com. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark, a victorious night for the Cougars. They wrap up the perfect record in district play with a 2-1 victory over the Sylva Bay Saints, a heartbreaker for the Saints. They were playing for their playoff life, and a win they're in. Now it goes back to head-to-head action with them and Newton County Academy. I'm not going to call it and say that they're out, but I am fairly sure that Newton County Academy is going to pick up that second slot in the playoffs and go down and play Centerville Academy in the first round. For the Cougars tonight, outstanding pitching performance from Caston Thompson. 9 strikeout night, only gave up 1 hit, had 2 hits of his own out of the batter's box. Dawson Flowers for 2 hits on the night, and Judson Griffin came in the 8th inning, had 4 strikeouts in the inning, Coach. 1 pass ball strikeout. He picked up the win in the relief of Thompson. So, you know, this is what we want right here. We're going into the long off week, if you will. Got the prom, junior, senior prom on Thursday night. Good Friday. The kids are out of school on Friday. Easter Sunday, of course, and then playoffs start next week. And got to look for Coach Parvin at some time this week. He'll get the guys up in the batting cage, probably let them come throw some balls around, let his pitchers get a little bit work on the mound, and get ready for next week.
Yeah, it's a tough week, practice-wise. You wrapped everything up. You know what you got. Part of you wants to give the kids a break. The other part of you wants to keep them in their rhythm. So can't really go wrong either way. But I'm sure Coach Parvin will juggle this just right and have the kids ready for next week.
That's a perfect 8-0 record in district for the Cougars this year. I believe they did the same last year, so 16-0 over the last 2 years in district play for Coach Tyler Parvin and his ball clubs. Looking into next week, the Cougars will travel. If the playoffs set up like they have in the past, first game will be on the road, and the higher seed team will get the next 2 ball games, if required, at home. So you get the doubleheader at home. That schedule will be set probably later this week, and we'll know who our opponent will be. It will be the number 2 team out of District 5, and that's the district that includes a lot of our schools over in Louisiana, River Oaks, Franklin Academy, Glenbrook School, and Prairie View Academy. So that's a wrap here from Williams-Gillis Ballpark, a 2-1 victory, 8-inning victory for the Cougars. And good way to end it here on senior night. And I'll mention those seniors one more time before we get away from here. Dawson Flowers, Cade Brown, Keegan Smith, and Tyler Anderson, your 4 seniors, playing their final home regular season game here at Williams-Gillis. For the old ball coach, Casey Edwards, this is Beck Warren bidding you a good evening.
The legends of country music, country's newest stars. Now you don't have to choose because they're all right here.
WBKN FM, Brookhaven, B92.